Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Guys, thank you so much for the support. Thank you for commenting, for subscribing, and for liking our videos. Really appreciate it. Now, if you're new to this channel, welcome to Money Sense with Miss T. My name is Thendo and I am your financial coach. Now, today's topic is very close to my heart. Actually, when I was thinking about naming the financial education practice, I thought, let me think of a name that screams budget, because I'm very passionate about this subject matter. But of course, the people in my life said, no, the word budget has a very negative connotation to it. Now, what is a budget? The simplest way I can explain this for you is that a budget is basically a written down plan where you say, this is what I expect to receive as income, and this is what I expect to spend for my expenses, right, for a predetermined period of time. And for purposes of this video, we're going to use a monthly basis, right? Now, before we even get into the mechanics of how to build and how to create a budget, I'm just going to first of all bust a few myths just so that we get our mindset and our beliefs about budgets in the right place. Now, for the first myth, I make too much money or I am too broke to have a budget. Guys, everyone needs a budget. It doesn't matter where you are in your financial journey. Every single person should be telling their money where to go on a monthly basis. Actually, let me pause right here, right? Guys, multi-billion-dollar organizations in the world hire people like myself who are accountants to do budgets for them, right? That's how important and that's how serious this thing is. Now, if you think you're broke, having a budget is even more crucial, right? In that it will help you just in terms of unpacking and determining, how to use your money more efficiently. Also, this can help you to basically use your money in a more profitable and a resourceful manner. Now, if you're balling, this can help you to maintain the trajectory and actually even grow even more in your finances, or rather in your personal financial journey. Budgeting only helps you to manage your expenses, and I'm trying to be rich. So I say budgeting can actually be one of your greatest savings tool, right? So last week I remember I gave you an exercise where I asked you to download your bank statements and to start doing an activity where you were identifying areas where you were wasteful, just doing a review on your debit orders, on your subscriptions, as well as your bank charges. So now when I did this exercise a few years ago and I started populating my budget, I realized that I was sitting on so much money, and that money I then redirected towards saving and investing for my financial goals. So having a budget can actually help you to accelerate your savings and investment goals, as well as actually opening your eyes to opportunities to just start hustling, increasing that income base. Number 3, I can do a budget in my head. So most of us know very casually and at a very high level, right, how much we make, because we get that notification at the end of the month. And we also know that, okay, this debit order goes towards car financing, and then the bond goes off, and then we buy groceries, and if we're lucky, then we go out, right? And I think that this lax approach in handling our finances is the one thing that can really hinder us from making progress with our finances, right? Guys, it's so important to know in detail exactly how much we receive and how much goes out and exactly where it goes. Guys, please write it down. Write it down, right? Assign a name to every rand and every dollar and every pound that you earn, right? Give it a name. Ideas that are still here or budgets that are still here are just, wishful thinking maybe. You need to write it down. Number 4, you never get to enjoy your money when you have a budget. So most of us think that having a budget is very restrictive and it's going to deprive us, from the things that we love doing, from the things that we really want to have, right? And the answer is no, guys. A budget is a tool that basically tells you that basically tells your money where to go. So if there are things that you really want to do with your money, very simple, put it in the budget, but make sure that you can actually afford it, right? So the other thing that I want you to be mindful of, right, is that when you set up this budget, you want to obviously set your priorities around your spending properly, right? So you want to start with savings, and then you want to go to your needs, and then only you go to your wants, because you don't want a situation where you don't have savings in place and you don't have a roof over your head, you don't have food, and you can't get to work because you are sacrificing all of that for the things that you really want. So let's just make sure that we balance our needs and our wants very well, right? And finally, this exercise also helps you to start defining for yourself what your needs and your wants are, right? Because personal finances are exactly that. They are personal. Number 5, there are always unexpected expenses. So why bother budgeting? Very true, right? The unexpected always happens, right? And I mean, we are literally in the middle of the biggest unexpected event of our life, right? But that doesn't mean that you don't have to budget. A budget is a plan, and a budget gives you confidence, right? And a budget can also help you navigate these unexpected events. So in our budgeting approach at Money Sense, we actually have built in a line item that can help you navigate these unexpected events. Number 6, budgets are for people who are really great at maths, and it's a lot of work. So budgeting has become easier over time, right? There are so many budgeting and expense tracking apps in the market where you can just download, guys, for free and make use of them, right? And there are those that are able to basically just map out your expenses in categories, just so that you can have an understanding of your spending from a different lens, or rather a different perspective, right? But the challenging thing about the budget is basically sticking to it, right? It's got absolutely nothing to do with the number crunching. Actually, the templates and the apps can do it for you, but the issue is around committing, right? Because really, where personal finances are concerned, the problems are around behavior, more behavior than it is about the numbers. Number 7, the final one. This is something I can do once, get it right, and I'm done with it. No, guys, this is for the rest of your lives. And I'm sure some of you are thinking, what happens when I'm balling and I don't have the time to be doing budgets? Don't worry, you can always outsource these services. So guys, budgets are something that you do on a monthly basis. So you can expect some teething problems for about 3 to 4 months as you start your journey of budgeting, just so that you can just get a hang of understanding how to set expectations for your expenses. But once that is done, right, the rest is just a habitual exercise that you do on a monthly basis. So in my former line of work, we used to sit in monthly meetings where we explain our budgets, right? Where we explain why what we budgeted or what we expected to happen completely differs to what actually happened, right? That's how serious this exercise is. In our family, we do the same thing. We have monthly budgeting meetings where we go through our goals, our financial goals, and where we also go through our spending and literally just critique our spending, right? Guys, that's how serious this thing is. And I want to challenge you to take your life also seriously, or to take your personal finance journey seriously. Okay, feedback on that bank statement challenge that I asked you to do. Thank you so much for those that participated. I know a lot of you commented. Thank you so much for those insightful comments. We really appreciate it. So the common theme around this challenge was that most of you felt really nervous to go and actually go into your bank statements because you know exactly what is awaiting you. I want to encourage you to, strengthen up and really not quit, and really go and download those bank statements, face your fears, and I promise you this will liberate you and you can literally just start again. And at least from now on, you'll be starting from a place of knowledge. It won't be starting from a place of just trying to figure things out, but starting from a place of knowledge. In conclusion, one of the comments actually summed up the objective of this call to action so well. I'm going to read it. I had a mentor who advised me to look after the cents, so the very small things in life. Because when you take care of the cents, the rands take care of themselves. Sadly, I only heeded that message years later, drowning in debt, with too much month at the end of money. Don't be like me. Reel in those wasteful expenditure. Great practical advice. Now that we've busted the myths around budgeting, next week I'm going to basically just start going through the building blocks, or rather the mechanics of having a budget. Now, if this is your kind of content, please subscribe, like, and comment. And yeah, see you next week.